Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 powerful content ideas that attract followers automatically across multiple platforms. If you are coming across my video for the first time, do well to subscribe and click on the notification icon so that you will be notified whenever I share a new video. In this channel, I release regular updates and tips on how to make money online and become more effective in online platforms. Before we dive straight into the list, it's very important that we properly understand what this topic actually means and why it matters, because this is where many content creators get it wrong. One of the biggest mistakes many people make in content creation is believing that growth depends mainly on luck, algorithms, or posting every single day. While consistency and algorithms do play a role, the truth is that content type and content intention matter far more than most people realize. You can post every day and still struggle to grow if your content doesn't give people a strong reason to follow you. On the other hand, some creators post less frequently but grow very fast because their content naturally pulls people in. This is where the idea of content that attracts followers automatically comes in. This doesn't mean content magically goes viral overnight. What it means is that certain types of content are designed in a way that solves real problems, answers real questions, triggers curiosity, or provides instant value. When people consume this type of content, following you becomes a natural next step because they feel, if this one video helped me, imagine what I will gain by following this person. In this video, I'm going to break down 10 powerful content ideas that work across multiple platforms, including YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. These ideas are especially effective for faceless content creators, beginners, and people who want to build authority without showing their face. Now, let's move into the first content idea. Number 1 is educational how-to content. Educational content forms the foundation of most successful online brands. People go online every single day searching for answers. How to do something, how to fix something, or how to improve their situation. When you consistently create content that teaches people how to do something in a clear and simple way, you position yourself as a helpful and reliable source of information. Over time, this naturally builds trust, and trust is what turns viewers into followers. The key to effective how-to content is simplicity. Instead of trying to explain everything at once, focus on solving one specific problem per video. When people feel like your content is easy to understand and immediately useful, they are far more likely to come back for more. This is why educational content continues to attract followers long after it's published. Next, at number 2, we have problem-solving content. This is closely related to educational content, but it goes a step deeper. Instead of just teaching a skill, you are directly addressing a pain point your audience is experiencing. Most people don't search for general advice. They search for solutions to specific frustrations. When your content clearly describes a problem and then offers clarity or direction, viewers instantly feel understood. This type of content creates a strong emotional connection because people feel like you're speaking directly to them. And when someone feels understood, following you becomes almost automatic. The more clearly you can define your audience's problems, the faster your audience will grow. Coming in at number 3 is list-based content. List-based content works so well because it organizes information in a way that feels easy to consume and mentally satisfying. When people see a list, they already know what to expect, and that creates a sense of structure and clarity. This content style is especially powerful for online audiences with short attention spans because it allows them to quickly understand the value of your content. Each point feels like progress, which keeps viewers engaged until the end. List-based content also performs well because it's highly shareable. When someone finds a list useful, they're more likely to send it to others, which helps your content reach new audiences organically. Number 4 on our list is beginner-focused content. After understanding how educational content attracts followers, the next powerful strategy is intentionally creating content for beginners. This is one of the most underrated growth strategies online, yet it consistently produces loyal and engaged audiences. Beginners make up the largest group of people on the internet searching for information. They are new, curious, and often confused. When someone is just starting out, they are not looking for advanced tactics or complicated explanations. They want clarity, reassurance, and simple guidance that makes them feel capable of taking action. When your content speaks directly to beginners, you immediately reduce intimidation. Instead of overwhelming your audience with technical terms, you break things down in a way that feels approachable. This creates trust very quickly. People follow creators who make them feel understood, not creators who make them feel lost. Another reason beginner-focused content attracts followers automatically is that beginners grow with you. As they learn and progress, they remain connected to your content because you were there at the beginning of their journey. This leads to long-term followers rather than temporary viewers. The fifth idea is myth-busting content. Once you've established clarity through beginner-friendly content, the next step is challenging false beliefs that may be holding people back. This is where myth-busting content becomes extremely powerful. The internet is full of misinformation, half-truths, and exaggerated claims. Many people struggle not because they lack effort, but because they believe ideas that are simply not true. When your content addresses these misconceptions directly, it immediately grabs attention. Myth-busting content works because it triggers curiosity and emotional engagement. When people hear something that contradicts what they've always believed, their natural reaction is to listen more closely. As you explain the truth calmly and logically, you position yourself as a trusted authority rather than just another content creator. Over time, consistently debunking myths builds credibility. Viewers begin to see you as someone who provides honest, realistic insights, and this naturally encourages them to follow you for more clarity and guidance. At number 6, we have behind-the-scenes or process content. Behind-the-scenes or process-based content allows your audience to see how things actually work rather than just hearing about results. People are naturally curious about what happens behind the final outcome. They want to know the steps, the tools, and the effort involved. When you share your process openly, your content becomes more relatable and trustworthy. This type of content works especially well for faceless creators because you don't need to show yourself to build a connection. Screen recordings, workflows, planning sessions, or system explanations help viewers understand that success is built through structure and consistency. By sharing your process, you remove the mystery and make success feel achievable. When people feel something is achievable, they are more likely to follow the person guiding them. The seventh idea is trend-based educational content. Trend-based educational content helps expand your reach. Trends naturally attract attention, but when combined with education, they do more than just generate views. They create followers. Many creators jump on trends without explaining their purpose or long-term value. When you take a trend and break it down, explaining why it matters and how it can be used effectively, your content stands out. This approach positions you as someone who doesn't just follow trends blindly, but understands them. Viewers begin to rely on you to help them navigate what's new and relevant without confusion. Over time, this builds authority while still allowing you to benefit from the increased visibility that trends provide. Number 8 is comparison content. As your audience grows, many of them will face decision paralysis. This is where comparison content becomes extremely valuable. People often struggle to choose between 2 or more options because they lack clarity. When you create content that compares tools, platforms, or strategies in a balanced and honest way, you become a guide rather than a promoter. Comparison content works because it simplifies complex decisions. When viewers feel that you're helping them choose what fits their situation rather than pushing an agenda, trust deepens. Trust leads to loyalty, and loyalty leads to consistent followers who return for future advice. The ninth idea is inspirational but action-oriented content. At some point, your audience will need motivation to keep going. This is where inspirational content plays a key role, but it must be done correctly. Pure motivation may feel good temporarily, but it fades quickly without direction. When you combine inspiration with clear, practical steps, your content becomes both emotionally and practically valuable. This type of content helps people believe in what's possible while also showing them how to start. It encourages action rather than passive consumption. Creators who consistently inspire while offering direction become sources of encouragement and accountability, which naturally attracts long-term followers. And finally, at number 10, we have content that answers common questions. One of the most sustainable ways to attract followers is by answering common questions your audience already has. Every niche has questions that are asked repeatedly. When you turn these questions into content, you are meeting an existing demand rather than guessing what people want. This type of content performs well because it is highly searchable and remains relevant over time. When people find clear answers from you, They associate your name or channel with solutions. As a result, following you becomes a logical next step for anyone who wants continuous guidance. Now that we've come to the end of the list, I hope you have a much clearer understanding of the types of content that naturally attract followers without you having to chase growth or rely entirely on algorithms. The key takeaway from today's video is this: growth becomes easier when your content is intentional. When you focus on solving real problems, educating clearly, and guiding people through confusion, following you becomes a natural decision for your audience. Remember, you don't need to apply all 10 content ideas at once. Start with 1 or 2 that fit your niche and audience, and stay consistent with them. As you gain confidence and clarity, you can gradually expand and experiment with the others. If this video provided value to you, take a moment to like it. It really helps the channel reach more people who might need this information. Feel free to share this video with anyone who is trying to grow on social media or build an online presence. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments section which of these content ideas you plan to start using or which one stood out to you the most. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future videos where I share more practical strategies on making money online and becoming more effective on digital platforms. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.